Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and today I'm going to show you a really fun card called a gatefold easel card. I was kind of surfing around the web the other day and I came across a really neat card on a blog, and it goes something like this. I had seen it and I thought it was cool, and then as I was kind of going about my day, I thought about how would I make one of these cards. So here is one that I made. I just made a little strip of paper for a band to close it. You open up the sides, and then this part lifts up, and you've got the gatefold. I'm just going to tip it up a little bit so you can see. But it's like an easel card, like your standard easel. But then you've got these spaces here that you can decorate, and you've also got the spaces on the outside that you can decorate. And then I decided to wrap it with a little bit of paper. This is just some cardstock weight pattern paper by Can Company. It's actually all from the same pad. I just decorated with scraps here. And it's just such a neat little card, and I love that it gives you a few extra surfaces to decorate. So I'm going to show you how to make this, but first I'm going to show you how you make a basic easel card. And here I have a regular sheet of just plain cardstock, 8.5 inch by 11, and I am going to cut it. Let me get my cutting thingy on here. Cutting thingy, very technical term. I'm just going to cut the paper in half at 5.5 inches. I'm sorry, at 4.25 inches, so it is half of an 8.5 by 11. All right, and then I'm going to put my scoring blade on, and I'm going to score it at 5.5. That'll be right in the center, just like if you were making a regular card that was going to fold at the top, one of the standard A4 cards that fold at the top. Now, I want to make this an easel card, so what I do, and you can do this with any basic card, if you want it to make an easel, you just want to score it. This is my center fold here, my center scoring line. You just want to score it right in between the edge and your center line, and it will make sense in a second. So that would be 2 3/4 would be half of 5.5. I'm going to score it there, and then when you fold it here, get that out of the way, I'll fold it in half like a regular card, but then I fold this up, and I would have like a little button here, and that would kind of keep my easel card standing up, and then I would have just a regular panel of cardstock to go here. If I turn it on its side, you can see. So you get your basic easel like that. If you just Google easel cards, you'll see what I mean. You'll see a variety. Sometimes they have them in different shapes and whatnot, but that's how you make your basic easel card. So to make the gatefold easel, you're going to start by making sure you have your scoring blade, or you can use a score pal or whatever scoring board you have, and you want to score it at 5.5 inches. Again, I'm using an 8.5 inch by 11 inch piece of cardstock. So I'm scoring it right in half. You can do whatever size you want. This is going to fit in a regular envelope, so that's why I'm just using this method. All right, now I am going to score this at 2 1/8 inches from each side. And this will give me my flaps, my gatefold flaps. Flipping my paper around, I'm scoring at 2 1/8 again. And I'll do just a little illustration on my blog, thefrugalcrafter.wordpress.com, and you'll be able to take a look at that and print it off if you want. All right, so I'm just gonna, I don't know if you can see those score lines. You probably can't see them too well on the video, so let me just cut out the two little corners that we don't need. Put on my cutting blade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my first little part here. Now, when I cut the top center, the part that's going to fold and make my easel, I'm actually going to cut it slightly on the inside of the score line because I want it to be a little skinnier. If I show you my card here again, this part that opens up, I want this part in the center. I want this to be a little bit smaller so that when I close my gate flaps, it's not going to catch. If this is too wide, it's going to make a very sloppy fold, so I've trimmed that out just a little bit smaller so it will fold easily around. So I'm going to do that here. And this will make a great bookmark. I'll do that on the other side as well. All right, I need one more scoring mark here. So what I'm going to do, to make it a little easier to align, is I'm just going to fold in my gatefold flaps. And what I want to do is score, this is the panel that's going to fold, so I need to score that at 2 3/4 inch from the edge. And it's just a little easier to line it up if I do it this way. Oops, I don't want to cut through it, I want to score it. These cutter bees are really handy for being able to add score lines. I want to make sure that I have that nice and straight. Alright. Okay, so this is the basis of the card here. You can see how when I attach my panel of paper, it's going to go right like that. And I would just attach, put some double-sided tape there, center my panel here, and then when I close it, it's going to be on the inside of my card, and I'll fold my gatefold around it. It's so easy. You can try it with different sizes if you like. Again, I'll show you my finished card. This is how it would sit displayed on the table. And then when it's time to close it up, or when you want to put it into an envelope and mail it, you simply fold it around. This is just a strip of pattern paper that I made a little closure, and I stitched some buttons on and added a little twine, and I can just close it with a string closure just like this. It's so easy. It's very pretty. You can embellish it as much as you want. Just keep it flat enough so that this will close up, and put it in an envelope, and you're all set to go. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.